Welcome back to the Morning Blend. There's a high-profile, big money industry where women are underrepresented. It's in the field of financial management and investment services. In fact, a study by Harvard Business School says when it comes to hedge funds, for example, women have just 3% of senior management roles. Well, here's a guy hoping to change that here in our city. Matt Leader is a managing partner for Leader Financial Group, and Missy Burbach is one of his financial advisors. Great to see both of you.
Oh, thanks great to see you.
Thank you. I bet that number doesn't surprise you.
It does not, and we need to make that change.
Across the board, so we talked about hedge funds in particular, which is a very high level thing, and senior management positions, but across the board, women in the industry of financial representation, investments, really small numbers.
Correct. Yeah, and our focus in our firm, as I mentioned last time I was on, was to grow our number of advisors, to have 50% of them be women. Right now we're at about 15 to 20% locally here in Milwaukee.
That's more than a lot of firms, though.
More than a lot.
Yeah.
And room to grow.
Right. So what does it take to be in this industry, to be trained to be a financial representative? Yeah,
well, I'll have Missy, share a little bit more about that. But one of the things I shared last time was I just believe that, this career is incredible for everybody, but specifically for women. And at our firm, we do a lot of training, specifically in the first 5 years. And so I was excited to have, Missy join us today. She has 15 years of experience and as one of the best advisors we have in our firm to talk about this.
That's wonderful. Did you go to school to do this, or did it sort of come to you later?
So that's an interesting question. No, I actually have a degree in kinesiology, so about as far away from business and finance or numbers for that matter. And the purpose for that was I was going to go into medicine because my passion is really helping people. And I ultimately found that going in healthcare wasn't going to give me the freedom, the flexibility, the control over my schedule and my life that I knew I'd want eventually when I got to the stage of having children and family and soccer and all that fun stuff. And Northwestern kind of found me, fortunately, and becoming a financial advisor was just a different way for me to help people and to impact families, but to be able to do it on my terms and to be able to structure my life really in a way that I could have some integration between my career and my family.
Well, that's something that we talked about generations earlier, but that's something that the people of my generation, but a lot of people in the workforce want is flexibility. They want to feel achievement. They want to contribute in meaningful ways, but they also want to have a life and raise a family. And this is not just true for women, but men too. But I think women in particular feel a lot of demands on their life.
Absolutely. Being a mom now of two beautiful girls, 10 and 5, keeps me very, very busy.
Yeah. Aw, that's so cute.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
That's adorable.
And so my 10-year-old, the one with the crazy head wrap on, has some special needs. We found out at 10 months old that her brain didn't develop properly.
Okay.
And so immediately my life was put on hold and we kind of took a left turn and had to figure out what that was going to mean for our family. But what I was so grateful for during that time is I got to really just adapt my business and my career and my schedule to meet my family demands. I get to design my work around my life instead of having to design my life around my work, but I get to have both.
Well, and then still have that wonderful feeling of accomplishment in your career, which is wonderful that you were able to juggle that, but also have a company that would support that type of balance in your life. What would you say to other women who are watching and maybe they're in a different career and they'd like to make a change, or they're thinking about, okay, I'm going to school, maybe this is something I should consider? Because quite honestly, I think a lot of women, it just doesn't even occur to them to go into this field.
I think a lot of times, especially for individuals coming out of school or that are younger, is we get very consumed by the now. What sounds cool now? What seems like a great life now? Whether that's a job that lets us travel a lot and gives us lots of great perks and things like that, that in the moment might be great. But much like when I talk to my clients about what do they want in 5 and 10 years, I think for women, as you think about your career, you need to think, well, what is my life going to look like in 5 to 10 years? What do I want it to look like in 5 to 10 years? And what kind of a career is going to allow me to get there, but also give me all the pieces that I need to live my best life?
What I love is that you didn't initially go into this field. You had something very unrelated, or so it seemed, a desire to help people. But it looks or sounds like you got a lot of your training on the job, and that's a big part of what they do.
Absolutely. I'm very fortunate I joined an organization that has absolutely top-notch programming and training, mentors that they give you to help you along the way. So I had guidance, and I continue to have guidance even after 15 years. Matt and I meet regularly to talk about my vision, my career, my purpose, how I can continue to grow. They're always right there helping you. You never feel alone. And then Northwestern Mutual, just the unbelievable amount of resources, the infrastructure, the help with education as I continue to get designations and credentialing, as I grow my practice and specialize. I'm very, very fortunate to have the backing I have.
So neat. And I'm going to end on this real quickly. Do you feel that there are some things about women that actually make them very well suited for a career in the financial industry?
I do. You know, money is an emotional thing. I don't care what anybody says, it's emotional because it's what money allows us to do that brings out the emotion. Without money, we can't travel, we can't provide for our family, we can't put them through college, we can't do all these things. And that's the emotional part. And being a woman, it's not just about talking dollars and cents, but it's talking about what's that bigger picture that it means to them. What is it that they really want? And being able to tie the actions and the intentions of what we need to do with their money today to help them accomplish those things that are very important to them. And that brings out a lot of emotion, often past and present emotions, that we get to see, and I get to be a part of families as I learn those goals that they have and help them achieve them.
I'm thinking you're not going to say it any better than that.
Right.
You think women,
Right.
women are very well suited for it.
Definitely, and I think quite frankly better because they connect better with people, tend to be potentially more empathetic, better listeners. So I just look at what Missy does with her clients, and she kind of paints a big picture for them first, and then the numbers come later. And one of the things we're really excited about, we were talking about before, since I was last on, we have 5 women joining our next financial advising training class. So we're making some progress and making a difference.
Thanks to both of you. That's exciting news. I appreciate you sharing that. You have financial planning and career opportunities. If you'd like more information on that, you can contact Jayla. The phone number direct is 414-203-6015, or you can go to downtown-mke.nm.com. There's also a Milwaukee Social where you can ask questions and learn more. That's next week, Thursday, July 25th at 6. It's at the rooftop patio at Milwaukee Brewing Company. Great to talk to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.